You want to start it?
Okay, so I have not recorded one of these in a year.
She's
So,
never
they're
done
all
a
showing up
podcast
now.
or anything either.
so this is, I believe, episode 53. I should have looked while I was driving, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Probably won't record a separate intro other than, well, I'll just do it right here. This is going to be a sensitive subject for some people, so if you're not into sensitive subjects, stop listening now. But got a couple people sitting around a table with me. I got Jordan, let you introduce yourself, and then pass to your right and to your right.
Hey, I'm Jordan Roach. We're here for Styles for Myles, my son Myles.
Hi, I'm Katelyn Roach, Myles' mom. We're gonna do a little brief interview of Styles for Myles Jam coming up, and what happened and why we're doing this for a good cause. And we have here. See?
Truman Roach.
Okay. You can,
Yep. So, was it just over a year ago I moved back to Binghamton from Pittsburgh.
Right.
And like right after that is when I saw what happened for you guys. So,
Yeah.
I'm going to let you guys take it and run with it. What was it, October 8th, or was it right around there where this all happened?
It was actually Halloween.
Okay.
October 30th.
Oh, right.
That happened happened to Myles. His birthday is on the 8th, so we're going to try to keep the jam around the 8th of October for him. Everything's been pretty rough for me and our family lately the past few months, and we just want to hold a nice jam for all the kids and local BMX community, and continue to have a wonderful event to progress and get bigger, and help local skate parks out and local bike companies. About you, Mama?
Alright, so I wrote this short story for Myles. Our logo maker, AFG Graphics, actually asked me to do this so he could send it out with all his orders to, bring awareness to it. And so I'll read that. It kind of gives a brief, of what happened and all that, and tells you a little bit about Myles himself. So, Myles Christopher Grayson Roach, born October 8th of 2010, the world's next Einstein, an absolute genius, who loved his family and could count his friends at a young age on one hand. He knew the true value of life and always wanted to see others smile. The many faces he would make were sure to light up the darkest days for anyone. An imagination that our world needs so much more of. Myles Roach was born a hero, and forever he will remain that hero. He had his first BMX bike bought when he was a wee bit small at the age of 4. Myles, Bubba, as we called him, was a quiet kid most of his days. His big sister, Jaylyn, would help translate what he was speaking to whomever was around, as there were many people who couldn't understand him. He had a speech impediment. That never stopped him from being the true hero he was/is. Myles, my baby boy, who wasn't afraid of anything that came his way, was/is the victim of bullies. The people who took his life, it was found out that the kid in his class was actually bullying him over a period of time, and nothing was said about it. So, that's pretty much on the school right there.
Yep. So were you guys under like the false impression beforehand that
Yes.
that they were friends then?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
We thought they were really good friends with Myles and the older brother.
They played him along and got him to come over and made it like he was gonna go ride dirt bikes and go trick or treating with his buddies and have boy time, and he never even made it trick or treating. So
Yeah.
so on Halloween weekend of 2021, that's when our lives changed forever. Myles had given my number to the kids' mother to contact me about getting them together. At 8:26 p.m. on October 30th of 2021, his big sister, our now 13-year-old daughter, Jaylyn, answered the initial call that no mother or parent ever wants to or should have to receive. I heard what was on the other end of the phone and knew instantly something was very wrong. I started screaming for help. I was like blacked out. My life, it felt like my life was crashing. I continued to pray hard and loud to let my baby be okay. His life had been taken by the hands of a bully and his family. No 911 call was ever made. They disturbed a crime scene and tampered with the evidence of this crime scene. No one has been charged in this murder still, and they're not planning on charging the parents. We just found that out recently. So not even for negligence or anything like that. His dad and I are in the fight of our lives, as we will never give up until justice for Myles is served. So we're asking, please help. This is what we're doing this for. Please help bring awareness for our sweet boy, as we will continue to be his voice and tell his story, hoping to one day help many other kids for generations to come. So.
How about you, Truman? You got something good to say about your brother?
No.
No.
He doesn't really show much emotion. So.
No,
No,
I'm
he
sure
has not.
it's tough for all of you. Ups, downs, good days, bad days, all that
it's
stuff.
A roller coaster.
Yeah.
Right.
So, all of that said, how has that gone? Like you said, you just found out that they don't plan on pressing any
Right.
charges against the family.
Yeah, not even the parents, nothing.
Is there any, do you get any other notice than that? Or are they like, oh, no, it's just going to move on?
Well, I'll say, the DA was ignoring us for about 4 months, actually. And, our civil lawyer and everything wasn't answering calls, wasn't returning any calls, emails, nothing, so.
It's mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's been super mind-blowing.
From what
It's-
happened is, you could call it like an accident,
Right.
but it's still, if there's a history of bullying beforehand,
Right.
it goes beyond that. It has to go beyond that.
There was kids from the school that
It was
came out
premeditated.
came out and
Like,
said
there's-
something, but it was followed up on, and they didn't
2 or
really
more witnesses
take
to
much on the follow-up. It was, yeah, the past year has been probably, well, I'd have to say the roughest time of my life. There couldn't be anything worse than what has happened to his mom and his brother and sister and me also. But I sit down as father and I think about everything and what they're going through in their heads, and it angers me. It does, because I want them to be okay as much as I want myself to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, with the jam, Mama set up the jam, and she surprised me, like, with everything, with all the sponsors that she set up with the flyer. And when I first
And I
seen
know nothing
it,
about BMX, by the way.
she doesn't know too much about BMX or who the contact, and it looks, on the flyer, it looks like she contacted every bit of the right people.
Mm-hmm. Well, I
It's,
know she reached out to me very early on.
good solid amount of,
And I threw a couple names towards her, like, these people will help with anything.
yeah.
So
Um,
it's cool to see a lot of them on here too.
We do want to thank you, because we know you left the jam the day of Myles viewing. Was it that you left the jam? Was it Newark? Were you up to Newark?
North
Valley?
Yeah, I did. I came down to that. I forgot about that. But
We do
there
want-
was a couple things going on that day. But
We want to thank you for showing up at the viewing and everything, Andrew, and you know, seeing Ben and LJ and Deuce and you show up is just, it's heart touching for everything, because what she set up for this jam, it's only going to get better and bigger as years come. And you know, that's what I try to explain to people. It's, this year is going to be an awesome jam, but next year and the year after is going to be that much bigger and better.
So this year, are you guys doing any fundraising or anything like that? So I know your theme is to put the brakes on bullying.
Yes,
Yep.
that's the.
You know, I don't think it would be in necessarily bad taste to fundraise for yourselves for like this year or whatever, to help with whatever legal fees or whatever. Moving
Right.
forward, have you guys looked into any like 501c or bullying,
That's
you know,
what I'm working on.
nonprofits?
That's what Mama's
So that's
working
where,
on with
Or
right now.
starting one, I suppose.
Put all the brakes on bullying.
Yep.
That's what the name would be. Actually, it's gonna be PA Bob. I'm gonna change it to put all brakes on bullying.
We actually do
Um,
want to get a
and I
donation jar
do
for
plan on funding
Rockies
for
Park
that.
too.
For Rockies, okay.
Yes, for Rockies, to
You know, I
try
wanna
to get
help, DTR as well.
try to
their
get some
trails.
local places, maybe like some local lumber places to donate for Rockies, and try to get a donation jar so we can get something around. I know skate light's super expensive, but
There's Gator Skins is like another brand that does like a skate light type stuff. I feel
Okay.
like you see that more often. I don't know if it's cheaper,
okay.
I'll have to
but
look into
it's
that.
just
But
another
that's-
brand to look at.
That's
Awesome.
something that we'd really like to do too. And I did talk to
Been
Mama
around for a long time.
about this, for maybe trying to get a petition around to get something built up in Athens, Sayre, and Waverly for the local kids up in the Valley area. Maybe down
Valley
by
Playland.
Valley Playland or
Yeah.
something like that.
Okay.
Well, we'd have to talk to the township and everything first and see if we can
Yeah.
get something together for Styles for Myles for that. You
Yeah,
know, trying
so-
to fund on it eventually.
So I don't really know too much about how to set up a nonprofit or do anything like that. If you're already working on
Yeah,
it, then
that's what,
then it's
yeah,
awesome.
I've been working on that for a little while now. Not too long after, like this is kind of what, you know, would be the main event to fund,
Yeah.
to help fund that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? To keep
Yep.
Keep
everything
things
paid up
going.
Yeah. No, I think it's a great.
and like for the nonprofit, like
Cause.
I want to
There's-
look at like not just helping the kids like being bullies or being bullied. I want to also, because it stems from somewhere else, so it stems from their environment. You know what I mean? So I want to focus on the parents as well, like to help them. You know, if they never got that help, maybe
Mhm.
you know, it's never too late.
Well, in retrospect, I can't speak for you guys, but I'm assuming you like see things that you're like, how did we not see that? That's what was happening too.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I
So
felt really bad last few months with how it happened and what happened and mainly what the two kids have to go through with everything like that.
So
But
you've kind of danced around exactly what happened. Do you want to say what happened? You know, no names or anything, but I mean, I suppose you mentioned his name. It's probably, you'll find it in the news if you want
Yes.
to search for it.
yeah,
Yeah, they don't
we
tell
had
much,
a
though.
we had a tragic incident happen to us, and a brother of
They say.
his friend stabbed my son in his heart, and
Puncture in his lung as well.
also punctured his lung. I
And
can't go into
Myles-
detail on
Myles
how.
is 11.
Yeah,
11,
he
yeah.
was 11 years
He
old.
was definitely on the autistic spectrum, and he was almost legally blind in his one eye.
Yes.
Like, have proof and all that, you know what I mean? So, like,
Mm-hmm.
and they're saying they were playing with Nerf guns in a tug of war, which I don't see how that is if the kid already had the knife in his hand. Usually you use two hands for tug of war, is what I thought, but I don't know.
Yep.
And they're only going with what the brothers are saying.
back
They're not
is here.
using any of the witnesses.
The
or
lights is
anything.
Yep.
So it's like,
Yeah.
But with the jam weekend,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
really hope a lot of people show up. And we're gonna have a blast, and it'll be following the next day. It'll be at the DTR trails. Everybody that knows where it's at, and
Yeah, camping.
Okay. So I'll have this up on the YouTube for a visual. I'll show this, but for anyone listening, October 8th at 11 a.m. at Rocky's Bicycle Shop in Monroeton, PA. Any more details, you can reach out to myself, and I'll pass anything along. So, you know, we'll have, you said vendors and sponsors needed. Do you have any vendors? Do you have anything that you want to do? Food, music, 50/50?
Yep.
I see you have camping options. I know they
Yep.
have paintball. So
Yep.
there's a whole bunch of, family fun that can be done here.
We're
Do they still do
also-
fishing down at the
I don't
creek, or?
know.
I do believe that they do fish down at the creek. I think you
cool.
can probably walk
I,
down.
I think you probably
There's a nice
can.
path
I don't
down
know if they like rent
on the
poles
corner.
anymore.
Right.
That
I don't
was like
think he
years
rents
ago.
ago.
poles or anything like that.
Okay.
But he's got a beautiful selection of bicycles and bicycle parts
I wanna
in
go
the
look at
shop,
'em.
and we hope to get everybody here and
He probably has a lot of new ones.
There will be
They'll-
frame
they'll-
giveaways. DWA is doing a complete build. They're doing a raffle 2 weeks ahead of time.
Okay.
So if anyone wants to follow them, then watch out for that.
So that's
you know.
DWA4130.com. Are they? I'm unfamiliar. Are they just a local shop also?
I believe they're in PA somewhere.
Okay.
They are, the whole team, I believe, is coming to the jam. So tickets will be available jam day as well.
Okay. Yeah, and there's a whole slew of sponsors on here. I don't know. Even if you tried to read them all off, we may miss one. So maybe it's not a good
Yeah.
idea to do that. But for
I think
quick,
I think Dad could read off the sponsors on the list.
yeah, however you want to go. If you want to try to hit everyone, then you may even have some that aren't on there at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start at the top, and we'll just work our way around for the sponsors for the first annual jam for Styles for Myles. We got Full Circle Bike Shop, Tough Luck BMX, Source BMX, AFT Graphics, Circuit BMX, Colony, Fit, Dead No Army,
Dead Crow.
Dead
yeah.
Crow Army. I always mess that up. Flat Earth BMX, Cinema, Ride PA, Profile Racing, Metal Bike Company, Kink BMX, Nowhere BMX, Pedal Driven Cycles, S1 Helmets, Ethic BMX, GrindWorks
Is that Rocky?
BMX, Heavy Pedals,
Who?
Arch,
Blaze Culture.
DTR, Blaze Culture,
Yeah. It's like
Blaze Culture, Works BMX, All Day BMX Shop,
Express BMX.
Express BMX, S&M, Victa Brand,
Victor Brand is no longer. They ran into some financial issues, so they're not able to sponsor.
Okay, and we got DWA and Rocky's Bicycle Shop, where the event will be held on October 8th. And we hope to see everybody here, and all have a good time, and that'll be a wonderful event. It'll get bigger and better as the years come, guys. All right, I thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I look forward to seeing what you guys get with this 501c and the nonprofit, and how
That
you
way
can
we
move
just
forward.
Put things back. Like I want to get Rockies back up, and I'd really like to you know, depending on how they want to paint it or whatever, I'd like to see some new paint up and some handrails fixed and some ramps and everything buttoned up. And
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure also, you know, you hear similar stories across the
Right.
nation or whatever, because it is a big problem. You know,
It is.
you don't see a lot of it go to the extent that you guys have had to suffer
They're
for,
all showing up.
but you still get a lot of, you know, bad problems, and it's not a good scenario. So you know, you get like Joe Doherty, who does the BMX in Our Blood podcast,
yep,
does the Road to Recovery jams to support that Road to Recovery nonprofit
yep,
for injured athletes. But it would be awesome to see you guys, you know, be able to grow the
and
event
progress.
or multiple events or whatever you can do to promote a nonprofit.
We'd also like to say that you know that this isn't just going to stop. This is going to get bigger and better, and just try to help local kids out with, you know, new little bicycles, some toddlers. There'll be a couple toddler giveaways. I have a toddler girls bike, a 12-inch, and I have a toddler's boys bike, and they will both come with helmets. But that'll be put in a jar, and a name will get picked out of the jar for a drawing for a free bicycle and a free helmet
Okay,
for a local
that's
toddler.
awesome.
There'll be other things other than everything going on over the skate park. We plan on having a little kids course for a little obstacle course. Mama planned out a lot of that. She got a kiddie pool and got balls
pool?
and yeah, we're gonna have like a little ramp up over the kiddie pool so you
Balance.
can
and
balance.
stuff to go across.
It's either they're
Nice.
gonna balance or they're gonna hit the water.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I got ball pit balls, 400 of them. You know, and put them out.
Yep.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get Ryder down for that one or not. I think Rachel was planning on being out of town that weekend,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I know he's.
Hey, dude.
well, they're at least planning on coming
Happy
down.
birthday!
Hey, Duke.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
man.
Birthday.
We got to get you on a podcast one of these days, Duke.
Yes, sir.
You'll be very, very quiet if you say anything right here because you're not on a mic. But
I got scream.
yeah, you gotta yell, and then you'll be the loudest one. But no, we're talking about the styles for Myles Jam in a month. So, are you stoked?
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
I think they heard that one.
Yeah, well, he's metering about twice as high as anyone else.
Yeah. I'm like this. That's
At the jam, there'll be a lot of different things
Buy that
that'll
one
be given
too.
away to the kids.
Yeah, it's here somewhere.
Kids will end up
That's
getting
probably
T-shirts and hats and mittens and their socks and stickers and sweatshirts and everything in between. And
Yeah,
Thanks,
and
Bugs.
hope for good weather.
yeah,
I
that's
can't
what-
believe
yeah.
we've had like the nicest summer we've ever had.
Oh my goodness.
that I can
until
ever
now,
remember up
the
here.
last
Yeah.
few weeks,
And then we're down here for the rain today.
right?
Yep.
But
Remember, we still don't buy pegs. Or whatever. I don't
What?
know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, your mom wants a set of pegs.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, you want pegs too?
Yeah.
This would be the man to buy a set of pegs.
I know a
off of.
guy.
That knows a guy.
That knows a
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
That
got
knows
some
a guy.
nice pegs.
That knows a guy.
Yeah,
who has
well,
pegs.
a whole separate problem with that is getting them made right now.
Right? It's expensive.
Material is up so much.
Yeah.
Like I don't even mind saying it.
No, it's super expensive.
The last
I mean,
pricing I got, they were going to
mean,
be
everything.
over $20 a piece for me
Everybody
to get them
is
made.
going
And I'm
over
like,
some people.
So you're looking
Dude,
at
I-
40, 50 bucks for a set of pegs.
I mean, I would do 25 or 30. I don't need to make
Yeah.
a killing on them. It
Right.
just
Yeah.
it helps to fund doing cool things. Like if I can make
Absolutely.
enough money selling a couple of pegs that I can give a set away at a jam.
Yeah, I want a
Yep.
pair.
That's what I want to do. I don't do
Give me a
GrindWorks to
peg.
make money.
Right.
Then I'll have two.
Man, I'd be
Sets.
really in
Some
sad
on the
shape
front
if
and
that
put
was
some on the
my job.
back.
And
I
that was-
feel you.
Put some on the back and put some on the front.
I know.
We
Yeah,
were
I
gonna
see.
ask you
Yeah.
too with
Uh-oh.
GrindWorks. We know GrindWorks holds some really awesome jams the past few years. We would be
Happy
honored
birthday, huh?
to have styles for Myles.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was trying to
At least a logo
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah,
So
as a sponsor of some.
I need to
Yeah,
go get my
well,
drink. I
And
want
we'll
it.
try to get something around for different things for the jams.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I want
I
to
mean,
take this mic
something.
off so
So-
I can go get my drink.
Huh?
I want to take this mic off.
Yeah,
so
you can
I go
unclip.
get
You can
my-
unclip
You can
it.
unclip.
Pass it off to Duke.
Okay.
Duke man.
Then he doesn't have to yell.
Look at my shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it right on your shirt on the top.
like,
So,
yeah, man.
That's what I would do.
It's a car.
I think so.
I don't.
Slipped
I
over
think
there.
so.
I got these Converse on and I was slipped walking up the ramp.
Duke, you about ready to hit a podcast?
Sure.
It was the first day that I've ever hit a podcast too, homie.
Yeah.
So how you doing, man? I hear you're doing like really, really good on your bicycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I learned 3 bars, and that's like my biggest accomplishment this year.
You got the 3 bar?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, man. I see some videos of you doing all that. It's pretty amazing.
Thank you.
It is pretty amazing. So what do you think? Are you pretty stoked about the Styles for Myles Jam coming up?
Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
It's going to be a really cool event. We'll get all the kids together and all the parents.
My
and-
dad and me have a bike at home. Well, it's here now. We brought it here for a kid
Yeah.
that doesn't have a bike, but all his friends does. So
Yep.
he just runs behind them. So me and my dad got him a bike basically.
So he's got a new bicycle now?
Yeah. Well, not yet. When the jam comes, yeah. He's gonna
See,
do-
that's going to be
Nice, that is
amazing.
so
It's
cool.
it's them.
Yep.
It's that kind of stuff right there, man. That just sets it apart for other kids in the local community and everything like that. That's that kid might not have had a bicycle for a long time if you guys,
Yeah,
you know,
or ever. You
Yeah,
don't really
right.
know.
The kid, his
you don't.
friends are riding his bike, and he's just running, trying to catch up to them.
Oh my.
he really likes riding bike.
What?
He likes riding bike.
No, he never had a bike.
He never had one.
Well, he's getting one now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Happy birthday! I want to say to you,
Thanks.
happy 11.
Yeah.
11 years old.
I raced 11 expert yesterday.
I heard.
That's awesome.
I heard
And,
you.
and kind of it
I
crowd.
saw that. Did you got bucked off the backside of a double, huh?
Yeah.
You should have saw me do a kickflip this morning on a skateboard. I freaking fell on my butt. I got up on it and then
You trying to
I
kick?
did a kickflip, but I fell right back.
You fell back on your butt.
Yeah.
Well, if you're on your bicycle,
Right, yeah.
Yeah, those wheelie boards.
Yeah.
them wheelie board things.
That's why I'm gonna put the
So on
nut
Instagram-
detector on it.
On Instagram,
So
on,
I don't do
on
that
Instagram, I'd seen this guy on a unicycle that's grinding like rails, like
What?
On a
12,
unicycle?
12 stairs, doing
my
540s
gosh.
off.
Yeah,
things.
unicycles are ridiculous.
That is you're doing 540s
And
off a
then-
set of
then he,
stairs.
And then he gets on a bike and then
Probably
does
have it right
180.
there.
Oh,
They,
He does.
they do like,
hey, Dad.
I don't even know what it's called, but they'll do like a bunny hop and throw the seat like a full loop and then
Yeah.
catch it back under them and stuff too.
Right on.
They got pretty rad unicycle tricks.
Hey, Deuce.
And then he
Hey,
gets
buddy.
on a bike
Hey, man.
and does 180 crook down like a 10 stair or like 15. 180 crook to a hard 180 out.
Yeah, man.
But anyway, you mentioned supporting our jam.
Yes.
I didn't do any of this here at all. I was in the process of moving last year and hadn't mentioned it to anybody
Yeah,
that
man.
I had took a new job, was in the process of moving from Pittsburgh to Binghamton. Held both jams like 2 weeks apart,
Oh wow.
2 weeks
Back to
before I
back.
needed to move.
I was gonna call you.
So like
Really?
my house is in disarray. I'm like so in the middle of everything,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't even want to do it anymore. Like it was kind of a cool break to not do it this week or this year. In the meantime, like last year, I'd always run the Binghamton Jam from Pittsburgh and just made it
Oh,
work.
really? Okay.
And I'm like, I don't want to do it the other way. Like I don't have I got a lot of friends down there, but I don't have the whole like family support
Yeah.
of putting a
Right.
jam on
Like this.
down there from up here.
What was it? This. It's the street jam.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a street
Pittsburgh
jam.
Street Jam.
Yeah.
So we passed it off to Keystone, and then
Nice.
Okay.
a whole bunch of drama ensued this year where people tried to like run it as something else, and then it was a battle of who's running that jam, and then no one was running the jam, and then a third party came in
Yeah.
and ran a different jam. Like,
my.
oh my god, so bad. And then like people are messaging me what's going on. I'm like,
Right.
So
I'm out of it. It's not my jam anymore.
So what's the future for GrindWorks Jam?
So I didn't set up a Binghamton Jam this year because Derek is reaching resolution on the HCS scenario,
Yep.
and I think this year was going to be his 20th year open.
Pretty amazing
wow.
spot, man.
So he
That was
wanted
pretty
if,
cool.
if it was going to work out.
The jam that I went to that was a good time, man. I
that?
couldn't say nonetheless.
HCS. So if we were going to reach resolution on that, he wanted to do a 20th anniversary as his own jam.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to stand down then. But, you know, no one knows why I didn't do one this year. Other than right now.
Well, between moving and everything like that, that's got to
Well,
be.
I'm still living at my parents' house.
That's
so
a
we,
lot going
we
on.
sold our house in Pittsburgh,
Yep. And came back home.
came up here, moved in with my parents, like, for the short term. The housing market's trash.
Yeah, it is
Like,
pretty insane
really
right
bad.
now.
It really is bad.
So they're still really high, and interest rates are high.
All right.
So from like a really high level discussion, you can have like I don't mind paying a little more for the house if the interest rate was low, like they were. for a
Oh, I
little
totally agree,
Right.
man.
while. But
Like a year or two ago,
But-
it would have been different a couple of years ago.
then you start thinking about it like, well, if I pay too much for a house and the interest rate is high, I'm hosed every way.
Yep.
If we wait for prices to start falling a little bit, which they kind of are, but not a ton.
I
don't-
It's a little bit better off.
Well, yeah, trying to stay in Vestal,
Yeah.
where my
Right.
family is and,
Right.
and everything. Plus, at the point I don't own anything, I can school district shop.
Which is really
There you
cool.
go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
So, there's definitely that aspect of it. But we're like waiting for prices to fall a little more. I don't mind a bad interest rate if the price is good. I can refinance it later. But you
Right.
can't pay less for the house later.
Yeah, no.
So we're kind of in a holding pattern. We've got a couple of prospects for like, you know, direct sale with no realtors involved.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
So we're kind of hoping something comes through on one of those,
That
but
would be nice.
No, I hope so too, man, for you.
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
it's been over a year. So
This day and age right now is pretty insane with the markets on houses and everything like that.
Well-
Everything in between.
and there's
Everything's
hoops I had
going
to
up.
jump through too. Like, you know, we sold the house and then I took a new job. When you've got a new job and you're looking at like all your different pay stubs and all that stuff,
Yeah.
that you have to have a history on the pay stubs
So
of a consistent pay. So like the first couple months, there's no like 401k deductions and stuff. So once you start getting everything taken out, now I've got, this is our baseline with pay stubs. And right at that point, I quit that job
right.
and went back to my old job, but from Vestal. So then that kind of reset my timeline on getting a base set of pay stubs again.
Yeah.
And then at that point, you know, like 3 months of pay stubs or whatever, it was the middle of the summer.
Wow.
Well, mid-spring, but
Right.
Right.
it was, at that point we were looking at 6.5% interest rates. And
That's Myles.
Yeah,
blah,
that's
blah. Like,
that's insane.
right.
That's-
Just it's a no.
Yeah, right.
Not
Right.
interested.
It's like not an option at that
Yeah.
point. No, I
Well,
get
and
that.
they were still high, so they're falling a little bit. So I don't care what the interest rate is. If the house price is fair.
Right.
This is the outline of him.
So anyway,
So with the
that's
stock,
that situation.
That's cool.
I think next year I'll do something more or support some other jams more. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
yeah, and that's another thing that I wouldn't mind that this become like a 2 year, 2 jam a year thing. You know, not just one jam a year.
yeah,
We'll try to progress from there and see if we can
Like
hold
in
a
the
couple
spring or
jams a
something.
year.
yep.
And do like a spring and then a fall.
Well, and
I'd say late spring, just so that everything here could be like.
Yeah, towards the summer.
Yeah.
it gets tough as far as pulling on contacts and everything. Like I was always doing 2 jams at once, so it's like
Yeah,
I was putting a lot of sponsors on a flyer so that people didn't have to send me that much.
right.
Right.
Like send me what you'd send for one event,
And
and I'll
then we'll
just part
split.
it between 2. But I got so many people that there's
Okay.
still
Yeah.
And that's a really good
so
idea.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
But
a really
then-
good idea.
like I would try to do another and another and get on other stuff. I'm like, I can't keep asking these people for stuff. It becomes a lot, and they have to pick and choose what events they
Right.
support. Like,
Right.
I'm gonna say and laugh about it, but a real company, not GrindWorks, they set a budget together for how much are they gonna put into jams.
I
Into
last-
jams every year.
I
Yeah.
laughed at him.
And then I don't know if I don't see a lot of the companies on here that
Maybe up
that
to
you would have ran into this with, because a lot of these guys are pretty straightforward and,
Yeah, I
and
didn't
simple.
really have much problems with.
But certain companies won't send you anything unless the shop that's sponsoring it
Yes.
places an order.
There is a couple on here.
I'm gonna guess them
Yep.
and a couple other
I
people.
think Colony or Cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I mean I understand it. It's pretty common.
Right.
It makes sure that the jam is a legit jam.
Yeah.
Yep.
It verifies you guys in that aspect
Yeah.
that it's not just like someone looking for
Right.
free product to ship to their
Exactly.
house and,
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure.
and everything. And then it piggybacks the
people try that.
shipping, which is in all likelihood for anyone that's making stuff overseas. For all likelihood, the shipping is more value than the cost of the product they're sending you.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
So,
It really is.
so it kind of piggybacks that to an order, and shows that it's legit. So,
I really feel with number one thing
Like you-
with
He
the
threw it down
start
like
of
this,
styles
he's
for
like,
Myles Jam is we try
like,
to
"Do you
take
miss
care
him?"
of our local skate park and
Mhm.
bike shop
I'm going there.
first. Try to get some materials around from different places
Yeah.
and help out with it and get things back up and kicking really nice and nice paint and everything on everything.
yeah, and in turn that will help, boost the scene. Like
Hmm.
Right.
you're in a weird pocket here that I don't know how many people know Rockies, but
Now I know
it's literally the middle of nowhere.
who's
Yeah.
here.
Literally.
And
That definitely
they
definitely
have a
knows.
huge shop.
This is Cooper.
Yeah, they got an
You know, Clippers
amazing shop. There's tons of bikes and everything like that. They got a huge upstairs with a bunch of bikes in their showroom.
Yeah.
They have mountain
Prop-
bikes, BMX
proper
bikes.
classic skate park.
And it's a proper classic skate park, nice wooden park. It needs a little love and attention, and just some local people coming together and trying to help build and progress.
BMX track in some level of progress again.
Yes,
Yes.
I walked down there and I think I seen around 8 loads of clay that are down by the start of the BMX track, and
Yep.
I probably see another 1, 2.
I'll see you guys.
There's at least 8 to 10 loads up top of clay.
Mason, can you guys step in or something? Thank you.
Gotta love them.
Well, it's funny because with the lapel mics, it cuts a lot of the stuff off as opposed to just using the built-in.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But it still picks up. Like, I'm sure you'll hear it raining.
Oh,
when you
really?
listen to
Okay.
I'm
And
sure.
I can run
Sensitive.
I don't know if it'll be a low pass or a high pass. I'm not that good with audio. Anyway, can run a little overlay that will take that out. Which is
Okay.
I can. So like the most recent one I posted, I recorded it while driving, and it will remove all the
Oh, I
highway
think I started
noise.
watching that one.
So it takes all the highway noise
Yeah.
out, but it makes it sound like you're
Like
on a cell phone call.
Yeah.
So, the weekend of the jam, well, I think I already mentioned that we're gonna continue to our local trails and everything like that. A few of my buddies have started it. I've been a big part on starting it up and everything like that. I haven't been down there the last few months, but it's been super hard for me even to go down to our trails because when I do go down there, I think about Myles a lot. You know, it's not that I don't want to be down there or around my friends or anything like that.
It's
or-
not that you don't want to think about Myles either.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
it puts you in a weird mental space, I'm sure.
Yes. At least for now, you know. But that weekend of the jam and everything like that, it'll continue down to the trails, and hopefully everybody will be camping, and we'll have a
That
good.
being said, and hopefully we're gonna have a pig roast that day.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
down,
Here?
down to the
Down
trail.
Oh,
to the
so
trails.
the next day.
Yep, for the next day. Yep,
Yep.
on the 9th.
Okay.
What?
There's a really nice BMX upstairs.
There's a lot of really nice
Oh,
BMXs
there's like
upstairs.
a really, really nice one.
Like a super nice one. What's it say?
Better than yours and better than mine and better than Raylan's and better than mom's.
It
Whoa, now.
probably is. Probably is.
Okay. Yeah. So that weekend, like Saturday jam at Rockies. Is there any like kind of wrap up point? Are you doing any like fires or cookouts or anything after on that Saturday? Or?
Yeah, I would like to. I want to do Chinese lanterns and send them off since it's his birthday, and send them
Yep.
out for him.
What's Chinese lanterns?
Like you can write on them, and it's like got a flame in the middle, and
Oh,
yeah,
like they do at the fireworks.
yeah, kinda
Yeah.
like that.
Yep.
What are you gonna cook?
Well, I mean, we got some food trucks. So,
Yeah, there's some food trucks
yeah,
gonna
and
be
the
here.
one is gonna be here.
There'll be a
sun
couple
up to
bands,
sundown.
bands that'll be here.
Yep.
Their vendors are welcome. I do have.
Rocky asked for the vendors just to make a donation of something.
There is some local companies that have made donations
You see
to.
these
I have
vendors
a
that
couple
have, like,
raffle
McDonald's,
baskets
Subway, like
from our local Up in Arms.
Texas Roadhouse.
Orange True Value.
They can just grab it and
They
cook it.
donated one of
Like
the
reheat it.
Tobler bicycles, so they kind of helped us out with that. There'll be a few different things that were donated by local companies that we're gonna make a attendance to.
Okay.
We got stuff coming for Chinese, like Chinese auction.
Chinese
and all that, so.
auctions.
So-
There'll be stuff for Chinese auction.
You like Chinese food?
I may try to set up a small booth then, but if Rachel and Ryder
Oh,
aren't
yeah,
coming,
man, you're more than welcome.
I don't know about that.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's hard to man stuff.
The only thing that was asked from the vendors is like a small, donation of some sort towards Rockies.
Yep. Absolutely.
Where are you
So
gonna put the vendors?
you just figure it out. Yeah, I don't know.
Right here.
bring a folding table and a pop-up
Right,
tent
right.
and figure it out.
I had to
Yep,
bag my
that's
grips
right.
earlier so they wouldn't get wet, dude. I was like, I better
Bring your
bag
tent
them.
along,
yeah, I
camp
see.
out.
Your car's the car
Yeah,
with the bag says the grip.
yeah.
My grips won't get ruined
Well, I'm
today.
sure,
Yeah.
I didn't want to get water under.
No.
Yeah.
Arch, Work, us
I
would be
like them.
easy, quick and dirty vendor tents.
Yeah.
I don't.
And
I don't know if you
I know
reached out to them.
DWA is coming to set up.
Okay.
My sponsor.
Did
we
you?
we have talked to Tom too. I haven't.
Tom's such a good guy.
Did you talk to Courts with Works?
Work
BMX.
frames?
I haven't
Yeah.
spoken to him yet. No.
I'm sure John will be here and everything.
Not
Yeah,
recently.
John-
As long as he doesn't
John
have
has to
anything
be
else
here.
going
Yeah.
on.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I haven't spoke to him recently.
My dad talks to them every day.
Yeah.
With Arch, yeah. I hope to see Tom and everybody down here with Arch, and I hope to see everybody. Just show up. We'll have a good time, and we'll see how the jam goes. The first band, I do believe, they're going to start around
We'll have
Band?
to start early.
about
get everyone
10:30ish. Get
There's a band
everybody
coming?
pumped
There's
up,
gonna be a
and
couple,
as
yeah.
everybody's coming in, the band will already
Yeah.
be
Is Kate Harry
playing.
gonna be here?
No. I'll try. I'll try for you.
All right.
Yeah. Touch base with Kink, because I don't know if they will or won't, but it wouldn't be terrible for
With-
them
with
to
what?
come out.
No, yeah,
Kink-
that would be
Kink
awesome.
Set up, you know.
Yeah.
King's
I don't know if
King
I don't know
was
what they
originally
got
made
going
in
on. If it's too
Rochester.
short notice now to say, hey, bring a vendor tent.
Yeah, did
That's why you see
Rocky was supposed to be in touch with them.
It's
okay.
Roach.
Kink.
With
Roach.
King BMX.
You've
Okay.
been to Breaking Free yet?
Have I been to Breaking Free? I've been to Breaking Free a couple
That's
times.
why there's so many kinks.
I think,
Kink is originally made there.
yeah, I was going to say,
Rochester.
wasn't King originally made in Rochester?
Mm-hmm.
The last time I was at Breaking Free, I do believe I twisted my ankle on the Resi.
perfect.
I do believe twisted
The last
my
trick I
ankle.
did at Breaking Free last year was a 360 over the Resi.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Now you got to go truck it.
See, you're
Yeah,
amazing.
I trucked the Resi at Woodward 2 weeks ago.
You truck driving too?
Truck driver and 3 bars, the same thing.
Yeah.
I love it.
I know. And then you got to truck the Spox at Breaking Free.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, that would be pretty sweet.
You
shred
truck
the-
everything.
Shred the bowl up there,
What?
shred the bowl up there,
Yeah, I like the bowl.
right?
You know what would be
brother?
cool? What Ben's been talking about for like ever now? Building up the mini ramp.
Okay,
That is a good idea.
okay.
Yeah.
Basically, so it's kind of like
I
over
was
there.
over there taking pictures of like everything. We want to put the rail back in.
Yeah. So I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
it'll
the
be a
jam's
really
gonna be
fun
awesome
time.
for sure.
Yeah.
We'll talk after. You may have a couple more people you could hit up. Maybe you've already talked to them. Maybe they couldn't do anything, but
Absolutely.
a couple others
Crandall
that
can
might
come.
be able to come set up a booth too.
Okay.
But I always have a hard time, like, when it comes to setting a booth up in front of a
My
bike
cake
shop.
is here.
Like, you know, I'm
I
selling my
understand
product
that.
that, in all fairness, I believe you should be buying from the shop right,
Right, it should
Right.
be in
now. Like, even
the
if you don't
glass
stock
case.
my stuff,
Right.
like, I feel like, okay, well, why don't you buy this from me
Yeah.
at shop cost
Yeah.
and then sell it to this kid right
Yeah.
now?
Yeah,
I
So,
do you know what would be cool?
that's another thing with
Crandall
having
coming down.
it here at our local
'Cause
shop
Crandall.
too.
Because
I have
he
big,
wants me to go everywhere with him
big
now.
thoughts
Yeah.
on
Like last
hoping
year, he
people
wanted me
would
to go to
go
Swamp Fest
in
with
and
him.
all right, go ahead.
have people go in and purchase stuff out of the glass case.
He probably would.
and maybe
If I
pick up a
asked.
bicycle or two. Maybe a few bicycles get sold that day and everything like that for everybody.
Yep.
And it benefits everybody all the way around.
I hope you guys got that.
Oh, this episode towards the end is just going to be chaos. But it's
Yeah.
fine. It's awesome.
My hair's all poofy.
The people that
Rain.
did the stickers for Styles for Myles was ATF Graphics, and I'm gonna let Mama talk a little bit more about them and
What's your name?
Katelyn.
what they did for
You
the
got no
design and making the stickers for the jam and helping
Duke.
out a lot to
Yes.
get some things out here for the
However
jam.
long we
and-
want it to be.
Yeah.
Do it for 3
Until
hours
people
if
stop
you want.
I mean, I figured we'd probably be wrapping up
Dad.
in the next 5 to
Yeah.
10.
I think
just-
we got to wrap up for a birthday party here soon.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not
So,
good. The stickers in
yeah,
there.
just a quick question.
Like,
From
I got
a
you.
sticker standpoint here,
Okay, now you make me wonder what people got me now.
it looks like it's a mix of digital and hand-drawn art.
That is actually, yep, and that's an outline of Myles down to our local trails. That's the actual outline
Here.
of the picture of
That's
him
him.
riding down
That's
there and everything. So
Oh.
I wanted to incorporate it and do something a little bit for his mother and make a nice sign after it so she can hang on the wall because it's got his original chain
Dad,
that kind of holds it together,
Dad,
Yeah.
holds everything together.
smile.
I love the
That point.
sign. The sign's awesome. The stickers are awesome. The flyer is awesome. A little hard to see the
Yes.
pertinent info, but it's not a problem. It's
Right.
just it's worth pointing it out.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So I can
But I
do
kind of
better.
like it.
The ball's protected.
That's
right now.
Give a box
it's your
here.
first one.
Yes, it's my
Yeah,
first one.
it's her
Yes.
first one.
Remember, I didn't.
Well,
I know nothing. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
and it's
We're all
funny
learning.
too
Yes, every day, right?
Yeah, every
when
day.
when you
Even when you're
start
90.
out.
Yes.
Like the Queen did.
When you start out and you've only got like half the logos on it, you're like, yeah, this
Right.
is working out awesome,
Yeah,
and then you
it's
start
like,
going,
oh my gosh.
oh man, you can't see
Yeah.
anything.
I was like, how am I gonna do this? But
Yeah, it worked out.
yeah,
It's
I'm like,
awesome.
I might be
angling a
against
little bit, and I got it.
But yeah, so you guys, any last comments? Anything you want to say? We'll wrap this up here.
Well, I just
Clean.
want to say that I hope everybody shows up and has a good time, and I hope it brings the BMX community and local kids together, and
have them.
just to have fun, and
Smiles for Myles.
just got the smiles for Myles
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, hey, I'm glad you guys were able to do this.
Yeah,
I'm glad you guys
Andrew.
are putting this all together. I'm sure that it's been
It's
kind of
grounded me, it's
something
helped.
to help you cope. You grabbed right onto it pretty much right after everything.
Yeah,
And from a planning standpoint, way early.
If I didn't do anything
But-
else, I wouldn't.
But you would have driven yourself insane.
yes.
I think it's helped his mom out a lot, setting everything up and getting everything around because it's put her mind on focus on something
Yep.
special for Myles.
And you hear a lot of people like get salty about well
Right.
you're only doing this now because you had X happen to you. Well,
Right.
yes, but what's it matter if you are now motivated more to do
What's
good
this?
things for other people?
that
I don't think
Express.
Yeah,
I don't
you
think
couldn't express anything better than that.
no,
Yeah,
and people get kind of caught up in that, and I
Right.
don't understand.
Yeah.
All done.
Why? Like, yeah,
She had
everyone
FBM.
everyone
John
has to have some catalyst in their life.
right.
John Quartz.
But I hope that you guys can, get some resolution
I do too.
moving forward and get more on like getting past and moving forward than
Right.
right now. It feels like you've been kind of trapped.
Lately, yeah,
So
it couldn't feel. I mean, that pretty much explains it right there.
Yeah.
It feels that way. It does.
but hey, thank you guys.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much, Andrew.
Thanks for hopping in and subbing,
Yeah.
Duke. Happy
Yeah.
birthday again.
It's pretty awesome, man. I've never done a podcast, dude. So
Me either.
I'm glad to do it with GrindWorks for sure.
Next is our BMX.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome.